General Kartok spun in his swivel chair. In front of him stood green team and orange team around his desk. More like a work table, with log discs and paper masses and a single white near-fluor lantern. This wasn't an office, but an emptied supply room slanted 10 degrees leftward. Wooden boards leveled out parts of the floor, though piles of trash still lined the left wall. Wires swung from the off-angle ceiling. Bare metal storage racks leaned against the left wall. A folksy song played from the portable music player on Kartok's sort of desk. Behind Kartok, half the wall was blown away. Twisted plating ringed the impact radius. Corrugated slats of metal hung in the hole. Past there, and outside, lay golden sky, jungle, and the rusty black remains of a capital ship. There's quite a story. He waggled a finger at Jed. According to tradition, this world was once known as Talanik Oshal. It was the site of a major battle in the war between the Jelnasi and the Praxis Imperium. The tales say Talana's skies rained starships, wreck after wreck, until the planet was buried beneath their bones.
That was intense. Who won?
You ain't even been outside yet. Major Reinhardt snapped her headband. The battle? In theory, my guess. Nobody wanted war, really. Both sides knew the other was safe. Good old Talana. Chelsea and I met the general here. That's right. Your cadet squad spent a couple weeks hunting him. Far too many places for an old buzzard like me to hide. A smile zipped onto Kartok's face. You'll notice there's no Turakans on Talana. The Meridians can find no suitable drop points for their command centers. They've had to make do with what's already here. Darmak snickered. Cracks me up every time. What a trip. Jed tilted his head toward the general's music player.
Nice song. What is it?
Everyone in the room traded grins. Kartok turned the volume up. Just a hair. Far skies. Call it the Symphony of Freedom. Call it a lovely artistic expression. But whatever you call it, don't let the nomads get you listening to it.
Well, why not?
The Resistance. Chelsea. We've used it for generations, over and over. Sort of a rallying song. The day we kick out the Meridians, our skies will blast from every window and doorway in the belt. And that's why the nomads ban it. Because they hate windows and doorways. Especially doorways.
Adorable.
Jed nodded slowly.
You said generations. How old is it?
Long, long time. 3500s, I think. Lady from here wrote it. Meredith Whirlwind. It's at the end of his little account. She put the pen on belt history. Told Arthmar. She died for the belt in the end. But her work never did.
Earthbar?
The greatest story in the seven. Kartok unwrapped a protein bar. But I reckon we ought to get down to some business. Darmak, found any of your old ties yet? Sure did. Captain Caravo, old Kobani I used to crew with. He's in town for a few days. Caravo! Chelsea grinned. How's that low-down reprobate doing? Low down as ever, from what I hear. The Relanian flicked a fly off his ear. These days, he's in the rare merchandise game. Selling hard to finds in Paradise. He'll give us a meeting if he knows it's me. Have at it then. Kartok looked over at Orange Team. You'll be working with Blue Team once they get here. I want your squads to call up some fringe boneyards. Find one of those nice refurbished attack cruisers. Nothing pricey. Keywords solid and reliable. Avoid the star gangs. Find a lower profile dealership.
Yes, sir. Want fries with that?
Oh, that'd be lovely if you found some. The general's chuckling faded as he glanced at Saley Aberdeen. Silence loomed. How are you holding up, Orange 3? Fine, sir. She straightened up, ready for action. Your sister's death won't get to you, will it? Saley bit her lip. Duty first, sir. Didn't come here to fall apart. Kartok watched her for a long moment. Calmly, but firmly. Very well. He took a bite from his protein bar. Short term, our goal is procuring that attack cruiser with the Maharan money. Assault shuttles too, for our next operation. And what would that be? Another smile from the general. There's a minor alliance shipyard in the Lysica system, producing a new fleet. We'll be raiding it. Everyone stared. An entire fleet? Can we do that, sir? Sure we can. Kartok stood, walking to the hull window. While you're about your business here, I'll be pulling troops from our other cells in the belt. With our attack cruiser and shuttles, we'll bring a small force to Lysica, penetrating the station and commandeering the fleet. Reinhardt gasped. Automation! Alliance ships are tied into a yard's computer's tail deployment. We'll get in, hack the fleet, FTL it, and scram! With a fleet in our hands, we'll have options beyond the belt. That will give us a mobile command center free from the Radiance. Murmurs swept the room. Hard to acquire this fleet. You ever met a Secontin girl who didn't have 15 wives? That's it. Kartok waved a hand. Good hunting. Orange Team filed out of the supply room, followed by Green Team. Jed peered around the corridor, wide and tall, and descending leftwards. Here and there, a work light swayed from a missing wall plate, a lantern from some crawl space. Other than that, the black metal walls loomed heavy and dark. These Praxan ships are oppressive. They're better with lights on. Reinhardt watched two rats scurry through the wall. Back in the day, these were the best ships around. Good faster than light, advanced shielding, energy-efficient hyperlasers. When the war ended, a lot of folks based their tech off this.
Yeah, Kobulani had better place. Just had the misluck of getting stuck in the Paradise Wars. And being too tribal. Tribal?
They are not a unified people. The Kobulani are a civilization of clans. Very intelligent, very skilled technologically, but of varying degrees of forward thinking. They were too fragmented to survive the wars.
What happened to them? Same as the rest who lost. Their homeworld was overrun, their people scattered. Now their research labs and installations are run by underworld brainiacs.
That seems to be a common trend. Losing your homeworld, I mean.
Paradise is a story of loss, Saul. Take it from a native. They fight over everything. Trade routes, territory, resources, you name it. You get something there, you hold on for dear life.
Jed stopped at a maglift, watching Reinhardt summon it.
Question, Donak. How'd your people get enslaved by the Alliance if you're from Paradise? Isn't that the other side of the galaxy?
The Relanian scowled a little. He ran his fingernails down a pipe, producing a slight squeak.
Ain't just the Alliance slaving us. Everyone does. The dead birds just buy us the most.
Jed opened his mouth, then closed it and bowed his head. I'm sure he wanted to ask him. Darmak noticed.
I was. Once. And only once.
Silence. The door opened, and green team boarded the maglift.